Pizza party, personal pan, pepperoni, private, pineapple pizza party day. Hi friends, it's Friday. It's Friday here at My Damn Channel. I tell you what, I'm tired. Because we had a huge week, right? It was a long week. And I started off jet-lagged from LA, and it was my birthday on Monday, so just, you know, the amount of exhaustion that comes with feeling that special for a day, you know? And then the crying yourself to sleep at night because was it special enough? Just really handicapped me for a bit for the week, you know? Also, it was crazy here. Chris Crocker, Kurt Braunohler, Gilbert Gottfried, Mark Malkoff. I've been having male guests every day of the week, if you know what I mean. If you don't, it's the Beth of the week. Isn't this fun? I was in LA at the Young Hollywood Awards. I was being presented with an award called Best Award that I made up for myself. And let me tell you, I deserved it.
What's your favorite dance move and why? Okay, I've said this in videos before. My favorite dance move is the tap and point. Tap, point, tap, point, tap, point.
You know, I didn't even bother to look at my clothes when I picked them up. And I just, wouldn't you know it, when I got home, I realized they had given me someone else's dry cleaning.
No!
Yes!
No!
What age did you begin to feel different?
I mean, I'm different. I didn't know I was.
Unfortunately, now, you know, we don't have time for that segment now. That's fine.
Slam!
God, worth
That's
it.
a segment on itself.
Will Beth leave here a winner? Find out right after this! And we are back!
Yeah, the person who did Vanilla Ice as Cool as Ice, I unfriended them.
Booyah! That's how we have real fun! Russian roulette!
Oh, gosh.
Oh!
my gosh,
This is fun. Where are you? Are you on the Titanic? It's going down.
like
It is. We are on our own cultural
So much
Titanic, and
fun.
this is the end.
My name is Donnie, and you suck at Photoshop. You're the worst. You're the Nickelback of Photoshop. You're Nickelback. You're in a tomb. You got hit over the head while you were in Istanbul trying to make a clean living, and you woke up in a stone temple, remote, in the dark, all alone. And somehow amazingly, your laptop still has battery. You still have a laptop, and maybe even more miraculously, you have a Wi-Fi signal. So we let's get down to Photoshop. But while we were lying on the floor of the tomb, looked up on the wall and saw in our face a hieroglyphic that says a lot, doesn't it? Two men battling for a box, a beautiful box that we've been in love with all this time, a box that we just want to get home to, a box worth fighting for. And if we're going to fight, we want to fight on even terms. And we want to make these two competitors, because quite frankly, the thought of going home, if we were to make it home and get into some sort of UFC type face mashing fight, really would love that to be on an even playing field. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this our nemesis, this fish-headed toilet hat wearing person into an equal competitor. And so we're going to use the clone source tool. And I know you're saying, Donnie, I know how to use the clone stamp tool. You don't know how to use the clone stamp tool. You used your sister's student ID to get an academic discount license version of Photoshop so that you could use the glow edges filter and create avatars for Friendster. You don't know how to use the clone stamp tool. Go to View, Window, clone source, and we're going to use, this is going to be the hardest thing that you've ever learned, and it's good that I'm going to die in this box, so I don't have to see how terrible you apply it. Go grab your clone stamp tool, and what we're going to do is we're going to clone stamp this guy onto this guy. So option click where you want to paint, and then holding the option button down, option click what you want to clone, and now you'll see that we've got our clone source, and over here are multiple sources that we can use. We'll come back to that in a moment. Just don't cry. Everything's going to be fine. So let's line this up, and if you need a little bit of help, you can click the invert button, which will allow you to see a bit more of an overlay. You can also change that to difference to find the right shadow sources. But let's go back to normal, and let's just start clone stamping, and you'll see that we've got a pretty good matchup here. It shifts a bit, but honestly, the fact that we're about to asphyxiate doesn't really make it matter that much. Now, we can go through here and change all of these elements to get to equitability. But let's say that we wanted to take this part of the stone and bring it over here. We'll just use a different clone source. So click this clone source and do the same thing. We want to paint on here from here. So option click this side, then option click over here, and now we'll bring this stone over to this side. It's not that hard, you idiot. I don't even know why I teach you all this stuff. Why do I teach you this stuff? Who are you? Who are you? Why am I making these videos? Who am I talking to? Oh, what's happening to me? God, how did you find me?
Hey folks, Gilbert Gottfried here. So a man in London has started a business that takes the ashes of recently cremated people and presses them into a vinyl record. Look, I get it. You want your dead relatives to live on, and what better way than by playing a couple deep cuts from their corpse? What do you think of my grandma? She's got a nice beat and she's easy to dance to. I can't imagine anything more offensive than my loved ones being pressed into vinyl, except maybe 8-track. Maybe people should be made into CDs so you can skip right to your favorite parts of them. For Christians, MP3s would definitely be the best. Then you could store them in the cloud. Where's Grandma? She's up there. Meanwhile, the town of Middleborough, Massachusetts has voted to issue a $20 citation to people who swear in public. Look, I get it, there are a lot of towns in Massachusetts, and you need to find a way to stand out as the dumbest. $20 might not seem like a big fine, but the first thing you say when you're handed a ticket for swearing is, "What the fuck is this?" Then you get another and you say, "Thanks a lot, asshole!" And eventually the town has all your money. It's just going to keep everyone inside their homes, where they're safe to yell about what a stupid fucking idea this is. Finally, a Florida couple has been arrested because police say they Googled ways to kill people in their sleep minutes before their friend was strangled to death. Look, I get it. You're dumb enough to murder someone, but not smart enough to know how to do it. If you have to ask how to kill someone, maybe it's best not to ask is the big computer that now runs the world. Personally, I've always thought of murder to be a do-it-yourself kind of project. If you Google something, there's no going back. Just for example, you happen to Google how to break into Mila Kunis's house. That's going to stick with you. Trust me. My advice is if you're looking to cover your tracks, distract the investigator with other incriminating searches. My search history from this week includes how to destroy DNA evidence, best place to hide small human bones, soaking bullets in poison, faking your own birth, and puppy adoption services. The authorities will have no idea where to start. I'm always looking for more weird crap to rant about, so if you've got something good, just send it to me on Twitter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go Google how to kill a talking duck.
All right, that's it for today on My Damn Channel Live. Enjoy the first official summer weekend. What? You say? I know. I don't know about you guys, but I have already worn a swimsuit and burnt myself in an unflattering fashion. I hope the same for you this weekend. Daily Grace is hosting from LA on Monday. Tune in and subscribe, bitches. You're my favorite. Bye.